Hello, grade 7 students. I hope you are all doing well today. Welcome to our very first general science class of the year. I'm so excited to start this journey with you. Today we are going to begin Unit 1, Basic Concept of Science, and we are looking at Lesson 1, the nature of science, its branches. So let's get started. Are you ready? By the end of this lesson, we should be able to answer a few important questions. First, we will define what is science actually is. Second, we will compare indigenous science and conventional science. And lastly, we will name the main branch of science. So, keeping this goal in our mind as we go along. Alright, let's start with the most basic questions. What is science? Before I tell you, I want you to think for a moment. When you hear the word science, what pops into your head? Do you think of a lab with a test tube, or do you think maybe a teacher writing a formula on the board? Well, the word science actually comes from a very old Latin word, scientia, which simply means knowledge. But here is the most important part. Science is not just a list of facts that you memorize for a test. Science is a systematic way of studying the world around us. It is based on things we can see, based on we can measure and test. We call it this observation and evidence. Remember, this golden rule, science is both a body of knowledge, that means the things we already know, and a process, the way we discover new things. Yeah, pretty cool. Right, let's proceed. Now, let's talk about something that is very close to our home and our culture. That is called Indigenous Science. Indigenous Science is the local knowledge that our communities have developed over many years. It comes from daily life, tradition and cultural practice. Let me give you some Ethiopian example. Have you ever heard of endowed plant? Our grandmother and mother have used it for generations to wash clothes as a natural medicine. So, let me give you another example. The traditional way of treating snake or scorpion bites using the local herbs. What about hand looms, weaving and pottery? These skills are passed down from parents to children, generation to generation. They are all based on careful observation of nature. So, does anyone know another example of traditional knowledge or medicine from your village, from your neighborhood, or hometown? Those are fantastic examples. Indigenous science is so important because it protects our culture, help us to keep our environment healthy, and even give us ideas to modern science. Now, let's look at the other side of coin, conventional science, which is sometimes called Western or modern science. This type of science we learn in our textbook. It is very organized, formal. Instead of relying on the traditional conventional science, it relies heavily on experiments and universal laws and hard evidence. Let's say, for example, conventional science doesn't just guess that a medicine works. They test it in a lab, record the result, and share their findings so other scientists around the world can double check it. So the goal of conventional science is solve modern problem, whether it's finding a cure for a disease for health purpose, building better technologies, or protect our environment. So, indigenous science is local and cultural, while conventional science is global and formal. Both are valuable. Both help us understand our world. Good. Great. Now that we know what is science, let's look at the beginning, the big family of trees of science. Science divided into two huge groups: natural science and social science. Social science studies human behavior, like history or economics. But right now we are focusing on natural science, which is the study of nature and physical universe. So, natural science has three main children. Three categories. Let's name them one by one. Number one, it is physics. Physics is the study of matter, energy, motion, and force. If you have ever wondered why a ball falls to the ground, or how a car moves, or what electricity is, you are thinking about physics. Number two is chemistry. Chemistry is the study of what things are made of. It looks at the composition, structure, and reaction of matter. When you mix a baking soda with vinegar, it fizzes up. That's chemistry. Number three is biology. Biology is the study of living things. This includes plants, animals, even tiny microorganisms that we cannot see with our naked eyes. If it is alive, biology studies it. So, can anyone tell me, if I want to study how a bird flies, which branch of science would I use? Yeah, excellent. Yes, it could be biology for the bird's body, but physics for the motion of flying. They all work together. Well, students, we have covered a lot of ground today. Let's do a quick recap. Number one, science is a systematic study of natural world based on observation and evidence. It is both knowledge and process. Number two, we learned that indigenous science is local and traditional, like using the indoor plant, while conventional science is formal and experimental. Number three, and finally, the three main branches of natural science are physics, chemistry, and biology. Now, before we wrap up our lesson, I want to check your understanding. I will ask you a few questions. Number one, can you tell me the Latin word that science comes from? Yes, scientia, which means knowledge. Question number two, name one example of indigenous science here in Ethiopia. Great. Number three, which branch of science studies living things? If you say biology, it's correct. Excellent work, everyone. You did a wonderful job today. I'm so proud of your participation. That is all for lesson 1. Next time we will move on to lesson 2, the scientific method, where we will learn exactly how scientists make their discoveries. Thank you for your attention today, and see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.